terms of if I were a HR manager, I just get a really simple menu in terms of UI to navigate. And should we? I think we just sort of look at updating a case.
Okay.
So I click on this. So it brings up a Qlik Sense sheet with forms, objects embedded, and we can do a number of things. We could search for a case if we wanted to. Here, so we could have a look at cases which are already live within here. This is a demo version of the app. Or we can have a look at a case by if we know the number or the type or the status or the person's name. So I think we'll just pick a case number at random, number 5, and it brings it up. So we're using, so it immediately brings up the forms object, and we can have a look at this. So again, not real people. So we see this is a case within our surgical division. It's a disciplinary case. Got quite a lot of those. It's in the status of formal investigation preparation. So I think this concept of being able to move between stages of a case is really important during an investigation. It's been classed as formal. We can see who set it up, when it started, etc., what it involves, misconduct, behaviour. Patient died for this one. It's been around status. We can change that, so we can flag it, rag rate it if we want to as amber. So good functionality isn't there was always the ability, the requirement to be able to attach additional information to it. So that this might be, I don't know, perhaps a report from a trade union, or perhaps might be a letter from a patient or a patient's family. In this case, it could be. So if I open up Word and just save a file, save it. My desktop. Desktop. Word document, and then we can.
You just demonstrate how easy this is going to be, Rob. So I know we're waiting for it to happen, but actually, it's really important about how easy this is to use.
Hopefully, you can see my screen there, but it works. So that's really easy. And then you sort of go through. Obviously, you can capture whatever you want. You might want to put a new
and in the background, Rob, in the background, all the information, the structures and the unstructured information, like the documents you're loading, that's stored in the well, you can do it in different ways, can't you? Infinity, so you can store it into your SQL server or XML file or in Qlik, whatever it might be. There are different ways of doing it, and that's flexible to yourself as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So we're storing these documents into a shared location that's sort of locked down for just the HR team to be able to access, the workforce team to be able to access. It depends where you want. There's flexibility around that. Yeah.
And you can, in theory, even write back to the source systems if you have the right risk assessment, impact assessment on the source system, etc., etc. So many flexible options around how that information is recorded. But at the heart of this, you put it in, which is, hold on a minute, we're putting evidence and documents and pictures, all of these things going into Qlik, which is, I don't think there's anything else, where you can add that kind of stuff in at the moment. So really powerful, really powerful.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's good. And I think, as you said before, it's a good way of being able to handle really, sensitive data as well. I think being able to use Qlik's inbuilt security, so Active Directory control, to be able to really lock it down, is really important.
It stops those devilish spreadsheets causing problems. But there's so many security issues around spreadsheets still, and you've got the change logs as well on there, so you'll know who's done what and where and when. It's all contained, isn't it? I think that's really powerful to have that facility as well. What have you got there, Rob? What have you just brought up?
That was to show an example of being able to sort of search open cases and identify them. So I think it's a good example of using Qlik in a different way, and I guess what it lacks in its visual appeal compared to the sort of work we usually do. I flip back to the command center, which is designed to look, and to provide sort of a really simple graphical view of something that's happening. This is all about workflow and providing a just an intuitive tool for people to use, to do their job. So yeah, an interesting different use case.
It is good, and and then you can also, in terms of alerts or collaboration, you can actually build that into your system. So approvals, I guess. So when you think about workflows, this is the most important thing, really, is about getting a smooth approval system. Outside of Qlik spreadsheet, you'd be emailing, you'd be sending stuff, you'd be asking. Actually, it can all be done within the environment, can't it? So you can make a very smooth process, which is saving people time and making it very transparent. Again, a lot of these things about transparency, and the changelog does that for you. So again, some great advantages, isn't there, really, across the piece?
Yeah, there are, and I think